Sri Stotra Ratna, composed by Sri Yamunacharya, 916 to 1041, Common Era. Text 1. Namo Chintyadbhuta Krishna Jnana Vairagya Rasaye Nathaya Munaye Gatha Bhagavad Bhakti Sindhave. I bow to Natha Muni, holy seer, of contemplative saints without a peer, the source perennial from whence profound wisdom sublime and dispassion abound, whose loving faith and devout piety are like a vast unfathomable sea. Text 2. Tasmai namo madujidangri saroja tattva jnananuraga mahimati shayanta simne nathaya natha munaye taparatra chapi nityam yadiya charano sharanam madiyam. I bow in reverence and humbly greet my master Natha Muni, whose 2 feet are in this life and in the life to come, my sole resort and my supernal home, who represents on earth the farthest reach of glory, love, wisdom which he did teach, diffusing fragrance from the lotus feet of him who wicked Madhu did defeat. Text 3. Bhuyo namo parimita chuta bhakti tattva jnanamritabdi parivaha subhairvachobihi lokevatirna paramartha samagra bhakti yogaya natha munaye yaminang varaya. Again at Natha Muni's feet I bow, foremost of those who make ascetic vow, whose discourse has brought down upon the earth truths intuitive of the highest worth, whose blessed fair speech pours out philosophy which swells the tide of love's ambrosial sea, and pure love for the immutable Lord, Achyuta, worshipable and adored. Text 4. Tatvena yaschita chidishvara tatsvabhava bhogapavarga tadupaya gatirudaraha sandarshayan niramamita purana ratnam tasmai namo munivaraya parasaraya. To Parasara, of holy saints the best, by whom the gem Purana was expressed, I bow in salutation. It was he who established doctrines of divinity, how inert matter and the living soul are ruled by one creator of the whole, and what his nature, how the soul attains to pleasure and final liberation gains. Footnote. The Gem Purana here is the Vishnu Purana, spoken by Parashara to Maitreya Rishi. Text 5. Mata pita yuvatayas-tanaya vibhutihi sarveya deva niyamena anyayaman madanvayanam adyasya nah kulapatir bakulabhiramam Srimattul tadangri yugalam pranamami murdna. I bow unto the founder of our clan, Namalvar, pious, pure and holy man, with heaps of fragrant bakul flowers sweet we worship at the shrine of his blessed feet. Mother and father, daughters too and sons adore him and receive his benizings. Text 6. Yan murdnine shruti shirashucha bhati yasmin asman manoratha patha sakalas sameti stoshyamina kuladhanam kuladaivatam tat padaravinda vilochanasya. In the crown jewels of holy writ divine, all my fondest aspirations combine, I make my hymn to that divinity, our wealth and tutelary deity, and sing the praise of him with joy replete, of lotus petal eyes and lotus feet. 7. Tatvena yasya mahimarnavashikaranuhu shakyo namatumapi sarvapat pitamahadaihi kartum tadiya mahima stutimudyataya mayyam namostu kavaya nirapatrapaya. Sharva, the great-grandsire, and others too, the sea of your glory cannot construe. But in a poet's presumption, oh fie, I rashly seek the Lord to glorify. 8. Yadva shramavati yatham ati vapyashattah staumyevameva kadutepi sadastuvantah Vedaschturmukhamukascha maharnavantah ko madhyatoranukulachalayurvisheshah. But still, in spite of incapacity, and though it be laborious for me, as from 4 faces of the 4-faced one forth issued the Vedic revelation, the ocean of your profound glory deep, both mountain and the grain of sand will steep. 9. Kinchaiva shakyatishayena natenukampya stotapi tu stutikritina parishramena tatra shramastu sulabho mama mandabuddhi ityudyamo yamuchito mama chabja netra. What though I be of mean capacity, such will excite thy favour unto me, since exertion whereto I am resigned is quite natural for my sluggish mind. In this endeavour I am justified to hymn thy praises, O thou lotus-eyed. 10. Navekshe yadi tato bhuvananyamuni nalam prabho bhavitumeva kuta pravrittihi evam nisharga suhridi tvai sarvajanto swaminna chitramidamashita vatsalatvam. O Master, if you did not throw your glance, then nothing could come into existence. Without the impetus from you, indeed, creation of beings could not proceed. It is no wonder that you favour those who seek in you asylum and repose. 11. Swabhavika navadikatishaye shriptatrittam Narayana Tvainam rishyati vaidika kaha Brahma Shiva Shatamaka Paramaswarariti Etepi yasya mahimarnava viprushashte. O Narayana, midst the learned, who does not reverence and acknowledge you, whose natural state is immutable, uncircumscribed, and unsurpassable, Brahma, Shiva, him of 100 rights, and the great liberated anchorites represent mere droplets in the vast sea of your divine unlimited glory. 12. Kasri siyah paramasattva samashrayah kaha kapundari kanayana purushottamah kaha kashyayuta shataika langsha kangshi vishwam vichitra chidachit prabhibhava vrittam. Who else is there, O Lord, apart from thee, supreme existence and resort of Shri? Who else but thee is called the lotus-eyed? To whom is Purushottam's name applied? Who else in but a millionth part sustains the various universe and maintains the separation and development of sentience and the non-sentient? 13. Vedapahara Gurupataka Daityapidadi Apadvimochana Konya Praja Pashupati Paripatikasya Padodakena Sashivas Swashirodhritena. When the Lord of Subjects suffered the theft of the Vedas, of knowledge quite bereft, and when the Lord of Creatures undergoes discomfiture from his demonic foes, who else but you releases them from pain and brings about their welfare and their gain? Who else can make the blessed Lord Shiva blessed by bearing your footwash upon his crest? 14. Kasyodare haravirincha mukha prapancha ko rakshatima ajanishta chakasyanabhi krantya nigirya punarudgarita tvadanyaha kakkena vaisya paravan iti shakya sanka. In whose abdomen do the gods abide? Hara, Virinchi, many more beside. Who else but you doth sustenance contrive of the world generated from the five? From whose navel did all the world evolve? In whom does all the world again resolve? Who else is there that can these signs display? And who is there that can these things gainsay? Footnote. Hara is Shiva. Virinchi is Brahma. The five are the five gross elements. End of footnote. 15. Twang Shila Rupa Charitai Paramak Prakrishta Satvena Satvikataya Prabalischa Shastri Prakyata Daiva Paramartha Vidang Mataischa Naivasura Prakritaya Prabhavanti Bodhum. Your beauty, quality, and hallowed fame, the pure and holy texts clearly explain, and your supreme divinity relate, and on the highest truth expatiate. But those of a demonic mien, forsooth, cannot appreciate your sublime truth. 16. Ullangita trividasima samatishai sambhavanam tava paribadima swabhavam maya balena bhavatapi niguhyamanam pashyanti kechit anisham tad ananya bhavaha. Uncircumscribed by limitations 3, by nature the peerless divinity, by Maya power you remain concealed, to some yet with exclusive love revealed. 17. Yad anda mandantara gocharam chayat dashottaranya varanani yanicha guna pradhanam purusha param padam paratparam brahma chati vibhutaya. The cosmic egg and all therein reposed, 10 coverings wherein it is enclosed, the primal nature and the evolutes, the soul, the higher realm, the attributes, the supreme state, Brahman, the deity, are all glories of your divinity. 18. Vasivadanyo gunavan riju suchi mridur dayalur madura stira samaha kriti kritagya tamasi swabhavatah samasta kalyana gunamratodari. Subdued by love, magnanimous and kind, to sweet compassion and mercy inclined, steadfast, disinterested and well content, endued with every high accomplishment, profound wisdom, knowledge, and gratitude. You are the ocean of beatitude. 19. Upari upari yabjabuhopi purushan prakalpyate ye satamithyanukramat tirastvarikagunavadishaya sadastita nodhyamato tisedate. The Vedas seek to measure up and scan from the pleasure available to man up to the lotus-born divinity, increasing by 100th part's degree, a particle of which cannot compare with even one of your qualities rare. 20. Tvad asritanam jagadudbhavastiti pranasa sansara vimochanadaya pavanti lila vidayascha vaidikaha tvadiya gambhira manonusarinaha. Your refugees perceive the creation, sustenance and final dissolution of the world and transmigratory state and liberation, how you incarnate and wonderful deeds and exploits display to establish the righteous Vedic way. 21. Namo namo vak manasati bhumaye Namo namo vak manasaika bhumaye Namo namo nanta mahavibhutaye Namo namo nanta dayaika sindhave. All hail of mind and words beyond the reach. All hail the one object of mind and speech. All hail of infinite power and truth. All hail the soul boundless ocean of Ruth. 22. Na dharma nishtosmi na chatma vedi na bhaktiman tatcharanara vinde akinchanonya gati saranya tvatpadamulam sharanam prapadye. I lack in righteousness and self-control, nor have I any knowledge of the soul, nor have I comprehended the love sweet in contemplation on your lotus feet. But you are gracious to the dispossessed, the only sure refuge of the distressed. I seek asylum and myself resign at the soles of your lotus feet divine. 23. Na ninditam karma tadasti doke sahasrasho yannamaya vyadhai soham vipaka vasare mukunda krandami sampratyagatir stavagre. There is no abomination unfit that I did not 1,000 times commit. But, O Madhava, now I undergo the consequential fruit of bitter woe. I come before you and for mercy yearn with weeping, having nowhere else to turn. 24. Nimajjato nanta pavarnavantaha chiraya me kulamivasi labdaha tvayapi labdvam bhagavan nidanim anuttamam patramidam dayayaha. In the sea of existence without bound I floundered long, but now the shore have found. Myself before you, mighty one, I place. Now you have gained one worthy of your grace. 25. Abhutapurvam mama bhaviking va sarvam sahimi sahajam hi dukkham kintu tvadagri sharanagatanam parabhavonat nate nurupa. Whatever miseries to me are due, that from my previous deeds might accrue. I am ready to suffer willingly, for born along with thee was misery. But now before your grace I refuge take. 'Twould not be fitting, Lord, me to forsake. 26. Nirasa kasyapi natavadutsahi Maheshahatum davapada pankajam Rushanirastopi shishushtanandayo Najatu matuscharano jihasati. O mighty one, even if you neglect, or from your lotus feet spurn and reject, I cannot from your shelter e'er retreat, nor leave the refuge of your lotus feet. Though the angry mother may put aside, the fond suckling has nowhere else to bide. 27. Tavamritasyandini padapankaje Nivesitatma khatamanyadichyati Stitera makaranda nirbare Madhubrato nekshurakam vivikshati. Once having relished of your lotus feet, and intent upon quaffing nectar sweet, why should I pine for any other taste, as when a honey-bee itself hath placed in flower nectar of the lotus flower, in flowing nectar of the lotus flower, why should it seek a thorny ikshu bower? 28. Tadangri muddishya kadapi kenachit yatha tatha vapi sakrit kratonjali tadaiva mushnatya shubhanya sheshatah shubhani pushnati na jatu hiyate. If anyone should at your feet prostrate with folded palms, and in whatever state, he is absolved of vices and of sins, and nourished with virtue that never dims. 29. Wait a minute. Yes. Uddirna sangsara shuni kshanina nirvapya param cha nirvritim prayachyati taccharanarunambuja dvayanuragamrita sindushikara. A droplet from the nectar ocean sweet, fervent attachment to your lotus feet, extinguishes the blazing forest fire of transmigratory existence dire, and thus, relieved of the heat and distress, there is attainment of vast happiness. 30. Vilasa vikranta paravaralayam namasya dartikshapani kritakshanam dhanam madiyam tava pata pankajam kadanu sakshat karavani chakshusha. Your tender feet like lotuses appear, which constitute my wealth and treasure dear. When bowed to, they straightway confer relief of all-consuming misery and grief. When shall I see those feet with my own eyes, that paced with mighty strides across the skies? 31. Kada punasyankaratanga kalpaka Tvajara vindankusha vajralanchanam Trivikrama Tvacharanam bhujadvayam Madiyya murdhanam alankarishyati. O Trivikrama, Lord of triple strides, your feet are marked with conch, disc, and besides a flag, a goad, a wishing tree, a wish-fulfilling tree, a thunderbolt. When will you favour me, that I, being truly dedicated, and with your lotus feet, adorn my head? 32. Viraja mano jalapita vasasam स्मितातसीसूनसमामलच्छविं निमग्ननाभिं तनुमध्यमुन्नतं विशालवक्षस्थलेषोऽभिलक्षणम्, whose flowing raiment shines with yellow gleam, whose lustre bears the blue flax flowers' sheen, of depressed navel and a slender waist, and a broad chest with the Srivatsa graced. 33. Where is it gone? Chakasatam Jakina Karka Shaishubhai. Oh, wait a minute. Virajaman Ojala. No. Chakasatam Jakina Karka Shaishubhai. Chaturbirajanu Vilambivir Bujai. Priyavatang Sol Pada Karna Bhushana. Shatah Alaka Banda Vimardha Sangsivi, who displays his lordliness and his charms, with his 4 mighty long and shapely arms, which are distinguished by the marks that show the chafing of the string of his great bow, which also bear the deep impressions clear, stamped by the ornament upon the ear of his beloved, as she pressed her face upon his arm while held in firm embrace. 34. Chakasatam Udagrapinang Savilambikundala Alakavali Bandura Kambukandaram Mukashriya Nyakrata Purna Nirmala Amritangshu Bimbam Buruhojalashriyam, whose broad shoulders and lovely conch-like neck, loose curls and dangling ear pendants bedeck, whose glowing face puts the full moon to shame, whose glossy lips the bimba berries blame. 35. Prabhuddha muktambuja charulochanam savibrama brolatamujjaladaram suchi smitam komala gandamunnasan lalata paryanta vilambi takilam alakam, whose wide eyes as blooming lotuses shine, whose playful eyebrows move like creeping vine, whose lower lip with glossy lustre glows, soft cheeks, bright smiles, and a prominent nose, with loose ringlets of hair that dangle down over his forehead from beneath his crown. 36. Spurat Kiritangara Kantika Manindra Kanchi Gunanu Puradivi Ratanga Sanka Asigada Danurvarai Lasatulasya Vanamalayo Jwalam, who wears a lofty sparkling diadem, epaulets, garlands, and the Indra gem, an ornamental belt around his waist, whose feet with tinkling ankle bells are graced. The disc, the conch, the club, and bow he bears, and tulsi wreaths and flower garlands wears. Footnote. Manindra, king of gems, is the Kaustuba. End of footnote. Text 37. Chakartha yasya bhavanam pujantaram tava priyam dhama yadiya janmavu jagat samastam yadapanga sangshrayam yadartamambodir amanthya bandhi cha, who with that goddess Shri, his Oh, sorry. Who with that goddess Sri his ease doth take, recumbent on the coils of the great snake, who is of wisdom and strength the abode. Oh, sorry, I missed one. 37. Forget that. 37. Who has between his arms upon his breast assigned a place for his beloved's rest, whence she with grace and all the world below doth fond glances compassionate bestow, for whom was churned the great ocean of yore, for whom was built a bridge from shore to shore. 38. Swa Vaiswarupena Sad Anubhutaya Apyo Purvavat Vishmayamadadanyaya Gunena Rupena Vilasa Chestitai Sadata Vaivochitaya Tavasriya. Your worthy and beloved goddess Shri is your indivisible moiety, who affords you an ever new delight, endued with attributes and beauty bright, who in her mutual love and playful sport regales her as your coeval consort. 39. Taya sahasi namananta bhogini prakrishta vigyana balaika dhamani Fanamani Bratamayuka Mandala Prakashamanodara Divyadhamani. Now that verse. Who with that goddess Sri his ease doth take, recumbent on the coils of the great snake, who is of wisdom and strength the abode, called Ananta, supreme infinite God, who with the gems on his hoods shining bright emblazons with sublime supernal light. 40. Nivasa sayyasana padukang suko padana varshatapa varanadivi shirashravedaishtava sheshatangataihi yatochitam shesha itirite janaihi. Who assumes diverse shapes and varied forms, and with many requirements conforms, your dwelling and your couch and your high seat, the spangled slippers worn upon your feet, your cushions and your shady canopy, with your desire in conformity, according to occasion and to need, his body's emanated parts proceed, who as your own true assistant is famed, fulfilling all, and therefore Shesha named. Footnote. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 5, there is a pair of couplets talking about the subject of Sankarshana, where it is said in parallel to that verse, umbrella, slippers, bed, pillow and gown, seat, dwelling, sacred thread and lion throne, to serve Krishna assumes thus varied frame, Krishna's resort known as Shesha by name. End of footnote. Text 41. Dasas sakha vahanas masanam dvajo yaste vitanam vejanam trayimaya Upastitam tena puro garutmata Tadangri sammarda kinanka shobhina. Your servant and your friend, your chair and mount, your flag, whose wings the three Vedas recount. Garutman is thus ever stationed near, on whom chafing marks of your feet appear. 42. Tadiya bhukto chita shesha bhojina Tvaya nirishtatma varinat yatha Priyena sena patina nyaveditat Tatanujantam udara vikshanai. The chief commander of your sovereign state partakes your grace and leavings of your plate, who proffers wise counsel and assistance, on whom you look with an approving glance. Footnote. The Senapati, the commander-in-chief, is Vishwakshena. End of footnote. Text 43. Hatha kila kleshamalai swabhavata tad anukulyaikarasai tavotitaihi grihita tat parichara sadhanaihi nisevyamanam sativai yathotitam. You are attended by the perfect ones, sans blemish and the stain of afflictions, who take delight and exercise their skill exclusively according to your will. 44. Apurva nanarasa bhavanirbhara prabadhaya mugdha vidagdha leelaya ksananuvat kriptaparadikalaya praharshayantam mahishi mahabhujam. O gracious Lord, who with your arms of might afford your queen consort love's full delight, with wondrous diverse sentiments replete of amorous and fond affection sweet, and while absorbed in lovesome play sublime, a long age seems a brief moment of time. 45. Achintya divyadvuta nitya yauvana swabhavalavanya mayamrato dadi shriyashriyam bhaktajan aikajjeevitam samartamapatsakamarti kalpakam. You are the incomprehensible truth, divine, wondrous, and of eternal youth. You are the profound ambrosial sea, the lustrous essence of pearl-like beauty. You are the splendor of splendor's goddess, source of your lover's life and happiness, who like a friend provides what they require as kalpa tree that fulfills all desire. 46. Bhavantamevanucharan nirantaram prasanta nishesha manoratantara kadahamayikantika nitya kinkarah praharshayishyami sanata jivitah. I will always attend thee devoted, with all mental disturbance quieted. When will I thy eternal servant be, my master, and afford delight to thee? 47. Digasutrim avinitam nirvayam mam alajjam paramapurusha yoham yogi varyagragannehi vidishivasanakadhyai dhyatum atyanta duram tava parijana bhavam kamaye kamavrittah. O fie upon my rash audacity, my pride, uncleanness, and immodesty, when, O Supreme One, even yogins great must try extremely hard to meditate. In Vidhi, Shiva, and Sanaka stray, for whom contemplation is far away, and yet I entertain ambition bold, to be among your attendants enrolled. 48. Aparada sahasrabhajanam patitam bhima bhavarnavodare akatim sharanagatam hari kripaya kevalam kuru. I am of guilt 1,000-fold the store, tossed in the frightful sea, far from the shore of this existence transmigratory. O shelter of the shelterless, Hari, let your compassion singular be shown, and take me as one of your very own. 49. Aviveka gananda dimmukhi bahuda santad dukkha varshini Bhagavan bhavadurdine patha skalitam mamavalokaya chuta. My thoughtless ignorance The way and shrouds afflictions rain down from the gloomy clouds. It is for me a miserable day, since I have stumbled from the path away. Achyuta, almighty divinity, look with a glance favourable on me. 50. Namrisha paramarthameva me srinu vigyāpanamekamagrata yadi me na dayishyase tato dayaniyatavanata dullabha. I shall without the least falsehood confess. Hearken to the sole prayer that I address. If you show not your favour, Lord, in kind, another worthy 'twill be hard to find. 51. Tadaham tadriti nanatavan madriti tvam dayaniyavan nacha vidinirmitametamandvayam bhagavan palayamasma jihapaha. Aside from you, no master do I know. Sans me, you have lost one favour to show. Destiny hath contrived of fate this turn. Almighty One, save me, and do not spurn. 52. Vapuradishu yopi kopi va gunato sani yatha tathavidah tadayam tava pada padmayo aham madhya ivamaya samarpitaha. My body and whatever faculties, my disposition, faults and qualities, all at your lotus feet I consecrate, and my own very being dedicate. 52. No, 53. Mamanata yad asti omyaham sakalam tadhita iva madhava niyatasya prabuddhadi atava kinnu samarpayami te. My Lord, whatever I have, whatever I am, I offer you in so far as I can. But since you have stirred in me consciousness that you all things eternally possess, what, O Madhava, could be further due, or what is there that I can offer you? 54. Avabodhita vanimam yatha mayi nityang bhavadiyatang swayam kripayaiva mananya bhogyatang bhagavan bhaktim api prayachyami. Since you this consciousness on me bestow, of my eternal bond with you to know, on likewise confer on me love sublime, exclusive joy in you, O Lord divine. 55. Tava dasya sukaika sanginam bhavane swastopi kita janmami itare vasati sumasma bhudapi me janma chaturmukatmana. I may be born an insect or a flea, to joy in your devotees' company. Elsewise 'twould be to me of little worth, e'en as a four-faced god to take my birth. 56. Sakrit tava akara vilokayanasaya trinikritam uttama bhukti muktibhi mahatma birmam avalokyatam naya kshanepite yat virahoti duhsaha. Make me the object of glances benign of the great souls, compassionate, divine, who vain pleasure and salvation deplore, as worthless as dry straw, valued no more. A moment's parting from whom causes pain, unbearable, that you cannot sustain. 57. Nadeham na pranan nacha sukhamashisha vilashitam nachatmanam nanyat kimapi tava sheshatva vibhavat bahir bhutam natha kshanamapi sahi yatu satadha vinasam tat satvam madhu mathana vigyapanamidam. Nor body, happiness, nor vital air, nor self-interest nor desire, nor care. Extrinsic things, O Lord, have no value if they cannot be utilized for you. Let them into 100 pieces break, and this my resolution true I make, that I may your faithful service pursue, O illustrious one who Madhu slew. 58. Durancha Sanadir अपरिहरणीयस्य महतो निहीनार्चो आचारोऽहं नृपसुरशुभस्यास्पदमपि दयासिन्धो बन्धो निरवधिकवात्सल्यजलधि तव स्मारं स्मारं गुणगणमिच्छामि गतभिः. Though I be fraught with vile iniquity, ill-disposed, and the store of cruelty, a brute of a man constrained by stern fate, consigned to a calamitous estate. But O ocean of grace, mercy extend, in a flood of pure affection, O friend, I sing your glory and recount your fame, and constant recollection shall maintain. 56. 59. Anityatanyevam yadi punaditichan iva raja tamaschanna chadmastuti vachana bhangi arachayan tatapittam rupam vachanam avalam vyapi kripaya tameva eva evam bhutam darani dara me shikshayamana. Although incapable and disinclined, by passion and by ignorance confined, your famed praises I still rashly rehearse in this composition of halting verse. But you, who uphold the world and protect, my mind can discipline, teach, and correct. 60. Pita tvam mata tvam dayitatanayastvam priya suhrid Tvameva tvam mitram gururasigatischa si jagatam Tvadiyastvadbhrityastava parijana Tvadgatiram prapannaschaivam satyaham api tavaivasmihi bharah. You are Father, Mother, Beloved Son, the Friend, Preceptor, and the Darling One. Of all the universe, the rest and stay, and I am yours, your attendant, I say. This servant seeks asylum free of care, and you, O Lord, should secure my welfare. 61. Janitva hambangse mahati jagati khyatava yashasam suchinam yuktanam gunapurusha tattvastiti vidam nisargadi vattvacharana kamalikantamanusam adodha papatma saranada nimajjami tamasi. Though born in high and noble pedigree, pure and accomplished, devoted to thee, established in philosophy refined, who hold thy lotus feet within their mind. But I, refuge giver, due to offence, sink deeper and more deep in ignorance. 62. Amaryada kshudrachalamati prasavabhu Kritagno durmani smara para vaso vanchana para Nishangsa papishta katam aham iti dukkha jalade aparaduttiranastava parichareyam charanayo. I have been a transgressor of the right, a despicable ingrate, full of spite, envious and a betrayer of trust, most vile and sinful and the slave of lust. How shall I cross of misery the sea and serve your lotus feet eternally? 63. Raghuvare yadabhustvam yadrisho vayayasya pranata iti dayalu chatyajasya Krishna pratibhavam aparadurmudya sayujya dosbhudvada kimapadam magastasya testi kshamaya. O Raghu's chief, you were kind to the crow, since he most humbly did before you bow. And when as Krishna Shishupal you slew, he was absolved and attained unto you. although he did many offences give. What crime is there that you will not forgive? 64. Nanu prapanna sakradevanata tavahamastiti asmiti chayachamana tavanukampyas smarata pratigyam madeka varjam kimidam bratamte. O Lord, thou hast whilom taken a vow that thou wouldst thy full protection bestow to one in distress who cried, I am thine. Dost thou recall this promise, Lord divine? And didst thou in this vow exception make to exclude me, a reject, and forsake? Footnote. In Valmiki Ramayana and Griffith's translation, we have that vow. Bound by a solemn vow I swear that all my saving help should share, who sought me in distress and cried, Thou art my only hope and none beside. End of footnote. 65. Akritima Tvatcharanaravinda Prema Prakarshavadhim Atmavantam Pitamaham Natumunim Vilokya Prasida Madvrittam Achintayitva. Observing the great love and pure desire of Natamuni, my reverend grandsire, whose soul was endued with devotion sweet and deep attraction to your lotus feet, and on account of his high dignity, be pleased to overlook my frailty. Om Hari Om. Thus ends Sri Stotra Ratna, composed by Sri Yamunacharya, rendered into heroic couplets. Hare Krishna.